Clap it up on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. This is Tuesday, Brotherhood class, where we get into the scriptures and we talk about what our people need so that way they can succeed together. That's brotherhood and sisterhood. And today we're going to talk about the title that we have is Know Who You Are, right? Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, we think we know who we are. We got some type of thought of who we are, but really and truthfully, you do not know who you truly are. Because if you knew who you truly was, we wouldn't be hand in hand with these oppressors. And when I'm saying oppressor, I'm not just talking about the Edomites. I'm not just talking about the oppressor that everybody knows, that everybody sees to be the oppressor, that sees to be the problem in this world that we're living in. I'm talking about those other oppressors that you don't know really about. See, not too many people know about them East Indians, them Arabs being your oppressors as well. Not too many people know about those Chinese people being your oppressors as well. Not too many people know about those Nigerian Hamite Africans them Ubuntu tribe being your oppressors as well. I'm talking about all them. I'm talking about all your oppressors. All your oppressors have you blinded by their love, blinded by the things that they can do for you and what they can show you right in front of your face. But you fail to realize that the Most High God has chosen you to be special upon himself. He has chosen you to be something greater than whatever they can bring in front of your face right here, right now. But your job is to do what? Endure to the end. If you would endure to the end, if you would know who you are, if you would study, if you would come to class, if you would ask the hard question, if you wouldn't just easily be persuaded to just do whatever, then you would know who you truly are. That's the problem with us right now. That's the problem that we are having right now. We're easily persuaded. See, when it comes down to doing something that we don't want to do, then we stiff-necked, we hard-headed. We don't want to sit here and do it easily. But when it comes down to something that's easy to us, when it comes down to stuff that everybody likes, then you know what we'll do? We'll just go ahead and bend over backwards to try to do that. Why should I do the hard thing when it's just easy over here? If I know for a fact everybody's going to like me if I do this, why should I go against the grain? See, that's been the mindset of our people for so long. And you want to know why? Because we never knew who we really are. We didn't learn that from our mom and our dads. We didn't learn that from our grandparents. We didn't learn that from the people that's in our life. Why? Because they have chosen to follow what the oppressor has beat into them. And that's our problem. And we have to break that curse. We have to say enough is enough. I understand for over 30 years, we have been Christians. We have been Baptists. We have been Muslims. We have been part of the Buddhists. We have been Moors. We have been all these other things besides who we truly are supposed to be, which are Israelites. Now, today, what we're going to talk about knowing who you are. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Yeah, go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Once you got to go ahead and read from it. Today, that's what we're going to deal with. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about who you are and what we're supposed to do. And us not falling for everything. Go ahead, brother.
Chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have statutes in us, even as the Lord my God commanded, that ye should do so in the day whether you go to possess it.
Keep going.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
It says what? Keep going.
Therefore and do, for this is your wisdom.
Is your what?
Is your wisdom.
What is your wisdom?
Law, statutes,
The law, statute, commandments are the 12 tribes of Israel's wisdom. Following the law, statutes, and commandments makes you better than anybody else. If you follow them, if you keep them, the Lord has given you them so that way you could be better than everybody else on the face of this earth. If you don't believe me, keep reading, brother.
and you understand in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Understand this, the 12 tribes of Israel, if we will follow the law, statutes, and commandments, people would know that what? We have our wisdom. See, your oppressor reads this Bible way more than you do right now. You want to know why? Because he has to know what to do to use it against you. But he has to first know what it's saying. He knows for a fact your wisdom is following the law, statutes, and commandments. But if he can teach you all these other things besides the law, statutes, and commandments, then he has you. Why do you think that we dealing with the Baptist church? Why do you think that we're dealing with all these other things that are up there, all these other gods? Why? Because if I can get you to do all these other things besides follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you will never have wisdom. Because I don't want you to feel like, what? Man, this is some wise people. Man, they are surely smart. They are surely separate. That's not what your oppressor wants. Your oppressor wants you to follow them. But if you will follow the law, statutes, and commandments, then surely, what does the Bible say right there? It says, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. This is who we are supposed to be. We're supposed to be people with wisdom. We're not just thugs. We're not just hoodlums. The 12 tribes of Israel, we are not dumb. Go ahead.
Now, they know that. If you think about it, this was pretty much 6,000 years ago. So, in time, how many thousand years has Esau been ruling? If you've been ruling for over 1,000 years, we didn't think he was ready to take a break and go back to captivity. He definitely ready to take a break and go back to captivity. So, therefore, we will keep on things, but they need things to keep us in their captivity.
Exactly. And it's our job to do what? It's our job to come about it. It's our job to say, you know what? I'm tired of being at the bottom. I'm tired of trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it home when I leave this house to go to work. I'm tired of trying to pray and beg for forgiveness of my children to make sure that they make it home from these oppressors. See, you're not praying to God for forgiveness. You're praying for your oppressor. You're saying, oppressor, please don't hurt my child. Please don't, please. You're begging the oppressor like he's your God. You want to know why? Because your wisdom that you have is from what the oppressor taught your grandparents. But your God told you that these laws, statutes, and commandments, if you do these laws, statutes, and commandments, then you will have the wisdom. They will look at you and be like, you know what, this is a wise and understanding person. I can't just do whatever I want to this person. You want to know why? Because he knows something that most people don't know. She knows something that most people don't know. So I got to be aware and I got to watch how I handle them. Because not only am I dealing with them, because they're following the law, statutes, and commandments, I got to deal with the Most High God as well. And your oppressor don't want to box with God. He can throw all these pump fakes out right now, but none of them want to really get into it with the Most High God. Drop that. Go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Once you got to go ahead and read.
Chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The 12 tribes of Israel, understand this, you are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen you. He has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. Like, do we not understand how serious that is? We are sitting here wanting to give our love and give our understanding to people that the Lord never said he loved. Why can't we just hold on to something for ourselves for once? We done gave everything to everybody else. Why can't we hold this for ourselves? The Lord thy God has chosen you. Like he has chosen thee. He has chosen you to be a special people unto himself. He didn't choose everybody. He didn't say everybody on the face of the earth, I have chosen all of y'all to be a special people unto me. No, he said, I have chosen you. I have chosen thee. You are a special people unto me. So why can't we choose it? Why can't we understand that? Why can't we hold on to that? Why can't we cleave to that and let that be the energy that we put into the earth? That you know what? I don't care what you say about me because the Lord thy God has chosen me. The 12 tribes of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, the Native Indians, the Haitians, Jamaican, Colombians, the Cubans, the Guatemalans, the Somali Indians. He has chosen you to be a special people unto himself. Keep reading. What else does it say?
Above all people that are on the face of the earth.
No, next to.
Above all people.
No, beneath.
Above all people.
Not only does the Bible say that he has chosen you to be a special people to him, he says above all nations. Above all nations. See, we're so used to being at the bottom that we no longer know what it is to be at the top. The Most High God said, I choose you to be above all nations on the face of this earth. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, Haitian and Jamaican man. They want to sit here and deport you, but you don't understand that the Lord thy God has chosen you to be special upon himself. See, everybody can't say that the Lord chose them to be special unto him, but you can. But we can. The 12 tribes of Israel, we can say that. The Lord thy God chosen us. And by him choosing us, we have to choose him. Because if we would do what he said, in Deuteronomy 28, it says, hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments. If you do those things, then he'll put you on above all nations on the face of the earth. See, that's the only thing that we got to do. Y'all act like it's so hard. It's giving up your selfish needs and becoming a selfless person, so that way the Lord can bless you. You got to give up your selfishness so that way the Lord can bless you. He don't bless somebody that's selfish. You're supposed to hold on to his love because his love was for you. His love was for the 12 tribes of Israel. But you're giving away his love like it's for everybody. And he's like, no, I didn't say it was for everybody. I said it was for you. I said, y'all are special people unto myself. The people that can hear my voice, the 12 tribes of Israel, y'all are special people upon me, to me. Stop trying to give it to everybody else. Keep reading.
Verse 7. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people.
Understand this. The Lord didn't choose you just because you were big in numbers. He didn't choose us because we had so many people. He chose us because we were the fewest. He chose us because we were small in numbers. He chose the what? The minorities. See, y'all think being a minority is a bad thing. No, the Lord chose you because you was a minority. You wasn't the majority, because we all know who the majority is. The majority is your oppressors. He chose you because you are a minority. Keep reading.
Verse 8. But because the Lord loves you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto the fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Understand this. Even back in the day, he has gotten our people out of the house of what? The house of bondage, slavery. He has chosen you then and he's choosing you now. If God loved everybody, then why does the Bible say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated?
Right.
If God was for everybody, then why did he says, when the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, the people mourn? If he loved everybody, then why is he saying that there's wicked people that rule the earth? Why does the Bible say that, you know what? There's a fierce nation of people, their countenance is fierce, that don't show no favor for the old or the young. You can't tell me God loved everybody. Because if God loved everybody, then why did he say that you are a special people unto himself? Why didn't he say everybody? Why didn't the Bible say everybody is a special people unto the Most High God? See, that's the mindset that our people have been stuck in for so long. They feel like everything has to be for everybody. No, this Bible is for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
This Bible is for the Lord's people, the Lord's chosen people. It ain't for everybody just because what? You feel like it. It ain't about your feelings. Forget your feelings. If you think that we're wrong, then come to class. Come show us that we are wrong. Like, we don't care about people being on the internet trying to talk back and forth. We care about what the Bible says. The Bible says that the 12 tribes of Israel, what? Are a special people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen you. See, the law, statutes, and commandments. If you talk about Deuteronomy 28:1, when it says hearken diligently, you got to understand who he was talking to in that time frame. And where can you easily go to show exactly who he was talking to around that time frame? You got it, brother? No? Because we can go to John 3:16, but 3:1, it would say that. It would say that he was having a conversation with Nicodemus, the ruler of the Jews, when he said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. We can go there. That's easy work. But you got to understand this. The Bible is not for all these other nations. The Bible is for the Most High God's chosen people. See, you can go to Deuteronomy 27:1, where it says, and Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying this, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. That's Deuteronomy 27:1. So if you're saying that the Bible is for everybody, if you're saying God loved everybody, then why did he only give the commandments to the 12 tribes of Israel? See, that's where our people stay being destroyed at. You want to make this Bible about everybody else when it's really about you. It's a personal conversation between you and your God, but you want to make it about everybody else. And that's the problem. Why can't we hold on to something for ourselves without trying to make it about everybody else? Go ahead, brother. Brother, let me tell you something. This Bible cuts to pieces a lot of different things. It ain't just about that. It cuts to pieces people's feelings, because people always feel like they know the answer. Oh, I know the answer, instead of studying, instead of understanding what's really going on. And that's why the class is about what? Knowing who you are. You got to understand and be okay with this Bible is for you, Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. It's not for everybody. And stop trying to make it about everybody. Go to 1 Peter 2:9. Let's go to 1 Peter 2:9.
Chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are chosen, ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye show forth the praise of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
See 12 tribes of Israel? This is who you are to the Most High God. He's letting you know you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. He also said a holy nation, a peculiar people. He's not saying that you are regular. He's not saying that you are hand in hand with your oppressor. He's not saying that y'all are even on the same steps. Bro, you are so far beyond what your oppressors have taught you. See, they have brainwashed you into thinking that, you know what, I got to be just like them. Like, that's the ceiling. The ceiling is to be just like your oppressor. But that's not who the Lord said that you are. The Lord said if your oppressor is at the top of the totem pole and it touches the ceiling, you are beyond that. You are through the roof. You are in the sky, reaching to be where? Next to the Most High God. Because he said that you are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a peculiar people. And everything that you are doing is to do what? It's to take you out of darkness into and be into the Most High God's marvelous light. And that's what we need to stand. We need to understand those things, man. We need to understand that that's who the Most High God said that we are and who we should be. That's who he sees us as. And he gave us these things. And it says it right here. That ye should shew forth the praises of him who has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. The Most High God didn't call everybody out of darkness because everybody wasn't going to follow him. But it was the 12 tribes of Israel. It was our job to follow our God. That's who we are to the Most High God. You want to know what? Let's keep it going. Go to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. Go ahead and read once you got it. Should be right there.
Chapter 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Lord, am holy.
See, the Bible is saying, what does it mean to be holy? It means to be set apart and separate, right? So in Leviticus 20 and 26, it says, and ye shall be set apart unto me. You should be holy unto me. You should be set apart. You should be separate unto me. For I, thy Lord, am separate and set apart. He's letting you know, you gotta come over here because I'm over here. If you want to be with everybody else, then you can stay with everybody else. But you know where I am? I'm over here. The Lord thy God, your God. It don't say everybody God. It said thy God. It's letting you know that it's specific to you, the Lord thy God. I am holy. I am set apart. I am separate. And that's what you should be. You should be holy. You should be set apart and separate unto me because I am holy. I am set apart. I am separate. Keep reading.
And have severed you.
And he has done what?
And have severed you.
Do you know what the word severed is? To be severed is to be cut or torn or ripped apart aggressively. That's not something that's, if I'm severed from you, say for instance, my leg done got messed up and they have to sever the lower part of my leg so that way I live. Is that something that happens so nicely? Is that something that happens so gingerly? Is that something gently done? It's something that has to be done right then and there. So if somebody severs somebody's head off their shoulder, what are they doing? They're ripping it off. They're slicing it off. The Lord thy God said, I have severed you. Keep going.
From other people that ye should be mine.
The Most High God is letting you know, I have ripped you away from everybody else. I have given you everything that you need to not be a part of what everybody else is doing because all these other people aren't my people. I have torn you from them. I have put you in your own place to be your own people because you are mine. And I never wanted you with these other nations. These other nations were never supposed to be hand in hand with you. They are never supposed to be what in what with you because I've always told you to be greater than them. That's why I gave you the law, statutes, and commandments. That's who the 12 tribes is to the Most High God. The Most High God sees you as something so great that he had to sever you from everybody else on the face of this earth. But what do we choose? We choose to be just like everybody else. We want to be like the common folk. When the Lord told you that you are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a peculiar people, a special people unto himself, that if you would follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, you would show everybody that you were wise and you are understanding. But that's not what we want to do. We don't want to show that we're better than everybody. We want to be just like everybody. And we wonder why they treat us like trash. The Lord told you you're greater than them and you want to be just like them. Go to Proverbs 3 and 15. We're gonna talk to our sisters real quick. Sisters, this is who you are to the Most High God. If you choose to be that to the Most High God. Once you got to go ahead and read, bro.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 16. All things is in your right hand.
Proverbs 3 and 15.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 15. She is more precious than rubies. In all things thou canst desire. Why not to be
Compared.
compared unto her?
Nah, it's no sweat. The Bible lets you know that the 12 tribes of Israel, them sisters, like them beautiful sisters are what? She is more precious than a ruby. Everybody know rubies are a priceless gem. Now you can search up how much a ruby costs right now. And certain rubies go for what? Anywhere from 30,000 to a couple million. And a sister, the 12 tribes of Israel, y'all sisters are worth more than that. See, it ain't talking about y'all outer appearance. Because trust and believe, the 12 tribes of Israel, they got some of the baddest sisters on the face of this earth. But it's talking about y'all spirit. When y'all choose to follow what the Most High God says and choose to do the laws, statutes, and commandments, man, y'all are more than rubies. When y'all show y'all feminine spirit and let that be y'all power, that is something that is unexplainable. That lovingness and caringness, like that Who you show us you can be is amazing. That they had to put it in the Bible. That it said right there. It says she is more precious than rubies. And then it also says, in all thy things thou castest desires are not to be compared unto her. All these things that you can desire doesn't compare to her. Because what she does and what she brings is just way better. Go ahead and go to Isaiah 13 and 12. And this goes to show you what the Most High God feels about the sisters. If you look up what a ruby is, it says, what is a 1 carat ruby worth? It says anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000. And the Most High God said that you're better than that. But what does he say about the brothers? We done talked about the sisters. Sisters, you know who you are. Baby, you something worth more than rubies. You're something more precious than that. But what does the Bible say about a man of the 12 tribes of Israel that follow the Most High God?
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will leave a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than gold weighs also.
Understand this. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Fine gold. See, a man that follows the law, statutes, and commandments, a man that's not a coward, a man that does not make excuses. See, a man that knows how to lead his household, knows how to be loving and caring and take care of his business. See, that's a man that can't everybody have. That man is what? Worth more than fine gold. Because everybody knows Ophir is one of the what? The finest of the golds. And the Lord thy God has told you that he'll make you that. But how do you become that? You become that by doing what? Following the law, statutes, and commandments. You can't do that if you got a blunt in your mouth. You can't be fine gold and be such a great and outstanding man going upside your wife's head every chance you get. You can't be that real man and you're around here taking it up the backside from another man. The Lord ain't chose you. He's only choosing those people that are following his laws, statutes, and commandments. See, but the problem is, instead of us cleaving on to what the Lord, how the Lord sees us, see, these are just some definitions of what the Lord sees you as. That's just some scriptures of what the Lord has chosen you to be, how he sees you, how he sees the chosen people that he chose to be over everybody else. Those are just a couple of scriptures. But instead of that, what do we want to do? We want to envy the oppressor. We want to be just like the oppressor. And that's the problem. What you got, Ike? No sweat, Ike. Go ahead and deal with that. What we're going to do now, we're going to go to the book of Proverbs 3 and 31. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31, it says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. See, the problem that we have is this. We envy our oppressor too much. We want what they have so much that we won't choose our God. Our God has something special planned for us, but instead of what? Instead of getting what he has planned for us, what do we decide to do? We decide to envy the oppressor. We decide to choose his ways. We decide to be just like them when the Lord thy God has chosen us to be something better than them. He never wanted us to be just like them. He's always told us to be better. But what do we want to do? We want to sit here and be whores like them. We want to sit here and do the same thing that they did to our ancestors. What? That's sexually abuse our people. That's hurt our people, unalive them, confuse them. We want to be just like them so much that we're ready to do the same things they do. See, them oppressors, they're meth heads. Them oppressors, they're weed heads. Them oppressors, they're alcoholics. Them oppressors, they're crack addicts. Them oppressors do everything under the sun because at the end of the day, they never get enough. Why would you want to be like them when the Lord God told you to be better? What's another thing that we do? We want our oppressors' sons and their daughters. We don't want our own people, man. You got 12 tribes that you can choose from, but what you want? You want a Nigerian. You want a Caucasian. You want an East Indian. You want somebody that's gonna make you foo-foo. You want somebody that's gonna come around here smelling like mint and curry and no deodorant. You want somebody when they get wet, they smell like dog. Go ahead, man, look, man, we ain't gonna even talk about the cooking. We ain't gonna even get to the cooking part. You telling me you don't want a sister that's gonna smell like cherry blossoms. You don't want a sister that when you get down to the get down, it smell like water, tastes like water. You don't want that. You want a dog. You want that must. I don't understand it. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:3. And tell me what the Bible says in Deuteronomy 7:3.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Look, the Bible is letting you know that these people, even though they're on this earth, you should not give your sons to their daughters. And don't give your daughters to their sons. You shouldn't even have marriages with them. You got 12 tribes. You telling me out of them 12 tribes, you can't find a love connection? Maybe you're the problem. If you are the 12 tribes of Israel and you go through the 12 tribes and you can't find one woman that you can fall in love with, maybe you're the problem. At that point, let's do some self-reflection. You telling me that ain't no good woman in the 12 tribes? Ain't no good woman in the nation of Israel. Are you telling me that? Because here in I.S.U.P.K, we done found some good women. And them good women has chosen who they wanted to be with. Some of them are fighting to find a husband. And you telling me, brother, that you can't find one good one? There's sisters right now that's waiting for a husband. And you telling me that you can't find a good one? Maybe you're more materialistic than you thought. Maybe you're looking for stuff that, the Lord didn't ask you to look for. He ain't say that, she has to be a dime piece according to what this world say a dime piece is, because the world say a dime piece is somebody that get BBLs. The world said that somebody that's a dime piece ain't got no mental mind, because what? She just want to be a sugar baby. She don't care about what you got going on. She don't care to make sure that you're taken care of, because she wants to be taken care of. She is the prize in her mind. And that's the problem. The problem is we don't understand who we are supposed to be to the Lord thy God, because we are sitting here being just like our oppressors. In our oppressors' life, look, and this is the craziest thing. Just check this out for a moment. You talk to any of our oppressors, their wives don't think that they're the prize. Their wives cleave to their husbands. Only in the 12 tribes of Israel is the woman the prize. You want to know why? Because that's what the oppressor has taught them, that they're the prize. While their wives know their place, what? Ours is telling us, I'm the prize. If it ain't a happy wife, it ain't gonna be no happy life. And that's not what it is. That's another thing that we are doing. We sit here and we envy our oppressors. We sit here and give our sons and daughters to them, and they should never be joined with them. What else do? We want the riches. We want the lifestyle. We want to be celebrities just like them. Go to Mark 8:36. Let's see what the Bible says about that. Let's see what the Bible says about us wanting to be just like our oppressor and get their riches and get everything that they're getting. Because you know what they do? They sell their souls all the time to get those type of things. Mark 8:36.
Mark chapter 8, verse 6. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What shall profit a man? What shall profit a man if he gains the whole world but he loses his soul? What do you gain when you just get everything that this world has to offer, but you know what? You lose the kingdom. You're so worried about the riches of this world that you forget that the Lord told you that, you know what? This world will perish. Don't hide your treasures upon this world where it does rot and the moths get to it. How about you sit here and hide the treasures of the world? How about you gain all those things and gain the kingdom so that way you have it for eternity? See, the works that we are doing here in I.S.U.P.K, it ain't for everybody. I'm not doing this because I want you to like me. I don't care if you like me. The hell with you. The only person I care about that I want to sit here and tell me that, you know what, you're doing my job and great job, son, is the Most High God. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you accept what I'm saying, because he that has an ear, let him hear. If you don't have an ear to hear what the Most High God is bringing to you right here, right now, the hell with you. I'm okay with you never coming in to I.S.U.P.K. I'm okay with that. Because we don't want no schisms. We don't want nobody that's going to come in and then leave out within a couple of years because they can't stick to it. We want people that's going to stand for this truth no matter what. Steadfast, unmovable in the work of the Most High God. That's what the Bible says. And that's who you're supposed to be. But instead, what you around here doing, you want the riches of this world. But what do you profit? Understand, what do you profit when you gain the whole world but you lose your soul? Because when judgment day comes, then what are you going to do? Who are you going to who are you going to run to? Who are you going to lean on? You ain't going to have nobody to lean on but yourself. You got to stand on them same 10 toes. And you got to hope that the Lord don't slay you. Forget them riches of this world. If that's what the Lord wants for you, he has a bigger plan that goes behind it. And it's not turning your back on him. It's to help get your people out of this hell. But so many people don't choose to do that. They get the riches of this world and they turn it back on the Lord. They get the riches of this world and now they don't know what it is to look out for their people. Because that's what we do. We're great at doing those things, but we're not great at following the laws, statutes, and commandments. What else do we do as a people? We worship other gods. Go to Exodus 20:3. Once you got to go ahead and read. Go ahead.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So that goes ahead and lets you know that you shouldn't be worshiping Allah. We shouldn't have no Islams. We shouldn't have no Muslims. We shouldn't have no Buddhists. We shouldn't have no Catholics. We shouldn't have no Baptists, Presbyterian, non-denominationals. We shouldn't have no other things. Because look, in that Christian church, the Catholic church, in the Christian church, who does the Baptists, the Presbyterians, and all them, who do they worship? Who do they worship? Y'all let me know. White Jesus. Who does the Catholics worship? The Virgin Mary. Who does the Muslims? Allah. The cobblestone. A rock. The people that's part of the Buddhism and all that, what do they worship? They worship Buddha. Then you got the Egyptologists. You got all these other nations and all these other people that's worshiping all these other gods when the Bible says what?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
You shouldn't have no other gods before the Most High God, because the Most High God is above all these other gods. All these other Greek gods that you love, Zeus and all them, the Most High God is above all them. And your prayers and your worship should be to him, not these other gods that your oppressor has brought before you and changed your mind to loving. Let's see what we also do. We want to take on our oppressor's ways. We want to do all the things that our oppressor does. We want to rob, steal. We want to kill. We want to do all these things that our oppressor loves to do so much. But the Most High God never told us that, right? He never had that for his people, right? Let's go to Proverbs 6:16.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things do the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
Keep going.
Verse 18. And heart that devilish, the devices, wicked imaginations.
Keep going.
That swiftly fly feet that swift and running to this.
Keep going.
Verse 19. A false witness is speaking lies, and he that sweareth shall be flat. So discord among brethren.
See, the Bible tells you right here that the Lord thy God don't like what? People that hands shed innocent blood. If that is an abomination unto the Lord thy God, then you think the Lord thy God likes your oppressor? Because your oppressor shed innocent blood all the time. Do you think that he's a follower of God? Do you feel like he's a follower of the Most High God when he does something that the Lord sees that is an abomination? And not only does he do it, we done got to the point where we do it as well. Do you think that the Most High God is happy with us? But you know what you do? You follow what your Most High, what your God tells you to do. And your God is not the Most High God. You're choosing your oppressor over your God. Ye are of your father the devil. You're doing the same thing that he does. When it comes down to a proud look, a lying tongue, a hand that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wickedness, wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord amongst brethren. You don't think, how can you say you are a follower of the Most High God when you do the same things that he says that are abominations? You want to know something else that is an abomination that I'm so sick of people saying that they're okay with? Go to Leviticus 18 and 22. Once you got to go ahead and read, brother. Because our people want to argue. See, it's always our people that like to argue. Oh, I know this about the Bible. I know that about the Bible. The Lord thy God loves me. What does the Bible say in Leviticus 18 and 22?
This is chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as in womankind, right?
It is an abomination.
It's a what?
An abomination.
So let me just go ahead and break this down. If you are a man and you enjoy man butt, you are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. If you are a woman and you like munching on carpet and munching on box, you are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has never chosen you as a man to take rod from another man. The Lord thy God has never chosen you as a woman to get you a plastic toy, put it in the refrigerator to make sure that it's cold for the next time that you get that box. The Lord ain't never tell you to do that. The Lord never told you as a woman, you need to go ahead and have another woman. The Lord told you, you know what? I made a man for a woman and a woman for a man. That's how you go ahead and combine. See, this ain't no combine right here. Nah, that don't work. And for y'all that like doing this scissor and all that, that don't work. See, it gotta have the key and it gotta have the lock.
Right.
That's the only way that things work. You gotta have a key and a lock. See, when that key goes in the lock and it turns, see, that lock unlocks then. And that's why the Lord chose a man to be with a woman, not a man and a man, not a woman and a woman. And that's why we got to do this, man. Like, we have to follow the Bible. The Bible debunks our feelings. We can feel how we want to feel, but what does the Bible say? What does thou say the Lord? Thus said the Lord, said what?
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination.
Short and simple. If you are a woman, find you a man. Look, sis, let me talk to my sister real quick. I understand. I understand when you was young, somebody in your family or somebody in your household took advantage of you. I understand that there's been a lot of men out here in this world that never saw your true potential. The only thing they wanted to do was use and abuse you and throw you back. So now you done got so cold-hearted that you would rather sit here and become a man so that way you'll never be what you have to deal with. Little do you know that you are just like that. You're going to become the same thing that you hate. You want to know why? Because you're so cold-hearted, because you never forgave those people. See, forgiving somebody ain't for them. You're not forgiving them for them. If you do something to me, I'm not forgiving you because I want you to be happy. No, I'm forgiving you because I want the Lord to forgive me for the sins that I've caused. See, I understand that vengeance is not mine. It's the Lord's. And the Lord will whoop you way worse than what I would do. And trust and believe, oh, I'll whoop you. But you got to understand that the Lord never chose us for his people. The Lord has chosen you to be what? Something so different, so far gone, that can't everybody be just like you. So we got to understand these things. Let's go to Proverbs 11 and 21. Hey, brother, Yakba, go ahead and deal with that real quick. I'll go ahead and read. I ain't tripping. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Understand that, man. Though your hand joins with them, they know that they're wrong. They know what they're teaching you to do. Because the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in this world. See, you are not supposed to fall into the trap that they are setting for you. But you know what? Because your oppressor is still setting these traps, because we all know that the oppressor is a cunning hunter. But because they are doing that, and because they're teaching you to be hand in hand with them, just know this, though your hand joins with their hand, they are still going to be punished, be unpunished. They're going to be punished for that. And if we will follow the law, statutes, and commandments, understand this, we will be delivered. We shall be delivered once we decide what? That we are not going to be just like everybody else. We can go to Exodus 23 and 22. This right here is letting you know in Exodus chapter 23, verse 22, it says, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries. You want the Lord on your side? You want the Lord to deal with your enemies? You got to first cleave to him. You got to first follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Because only when you do those things It says that you have to do what? You have to obey his voice. When you obey his voice and do all that he speaks, following the laws, statutes, and commandments, then he'll be an enemy unto your enemy, an adversary unto you. What? Your adversaries. You want him to whoop your oppressor? You want your oppressor to finally have to deal with a true problem? You have to first what? You have to first cleave to your God, the God of this Bible. Because understand this, your oppressor, he knows what he's doing. The Bible speaks about your oppressor. We can go to 2 Maccabees 7 and 31. The book of 2 Maccabees 7 and 31 says, and thou that hast been an author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hand of God. See, you oppressors, y'all think that what y'all doing is going to last forever. It's not. See, you authors of mischief, you people that have taught our people to do the wrong things for so long and put these Christian leaders and all these other things and all these other roadblocks in the way of what the Israelites, brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K are going and telling our folks and getting our people out of this hell. See, you authors of mischief, understand this. Everything that you're doing right now, you're going to have to. You're going to have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it because the Lord is coming for you. And let me tell you something else, 12 tribes of Israel. If you would rather be hand in hand with them and doing what they're doing right now, the Lord will come for you too. They're going to come for you too. He is going to come for you because what did he tell you? He just said in Exodus 23 and 22, but if thou shalt indeed obey the voice, obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries. I'll do you one better. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. In 2 Chronicles 7 and 14, it says, what? If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land. The Bible is cut and dry. It's letting you know exactly who you are supposed to be. It's letting you know exactly what the Lord is asking of you. If you would do these things, the Lord has you. Nobody else can stand against you because the Lord has you. And you let me know an enemy or an army that can beat the Most High God. I'll wait. Their arms ain't long enough to box with God. They're not real enough to sit here and stand in front of God and tell God, I don't care about you. But you know who does that? You know who turns their back on God? The 12 tribes of Israel that follow behind the oppressor. Maybe we should be like 2 Chronicles. Maybe that's what we should do. We should do like 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. We should call on the name of the Lord. It says, again, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves. See, that's a hard thing for our people. It's a hard thing to humble thyself. You want to know why? Because to humble yourself, you got to know that you're not the top dog. To humble yourself, you got to be okay with following what? The orders. To humble yourself, you gotta do what? You gotta do something different, something that doesn't feel good. But you should humble yourself and pray and seek his face and turn from their wicked ways. See, that's a hard thing for our people. Our people don't want to turn from their wicked ways. You want to know why? Because they love smoking that weed. They love getting hit from that crack pipe. They love snorting that powder. They love stealing. They love robbing. They love shedding innocent blood. They love popping them pills and them jiggers. They love everything that the oppressor loves. And that's not what your father says he loves. Your father wants an obedient child. And that's who you should be. Our Father said he wants obedient children. He said, be ye therefore perfect, like your Father in heaven is perfect. That's what Christ said. Why would Christ say, be ye therefore perfect, like your Father in heaven is perfect, if he didn't care? If your Father did not care about you being perfect, why would Christ say that? That's what we need to focus on, man. And we got a brother that brought out a precept, Obadiah 1 and 10. It's like it. Let me go ahead and put it real quick. The brother said, the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10 says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Why would it say, if God loved everybody, why would it say that you be cut off forever because of your violence against your brother Jacob? Because you know Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. So who violence has to be against Jacob? It has to be your oppressor versus the 12 tribes of Israel. For their violence against the 12 tribes of Israel, shame shall cover them. And what? They should be cut off forever. Stop trying to bring them in to a house that was never meant for them. See, everybody talk about sinners, right? Them demons couldn't come in unless they were what? They had to be invited in. Stop inviting your oppressor into a house that they can't step in unless they're invited. They are not allowed here. Stop inviting them in. Stop trying to make a way for them to be able to come in and join and cleave unto you. Stop. Because your God said what? They will be cut off forever. They're not getting the kingdom. The closest thing that they can get to the kingdom is what? Being servants and handmaids. And being taken captive like they took us captive. Them are not my words. They're in the Bible. If you're mad about that, that means that you're mad about what the Bible says. Thus said the Lord. Thus said Christ. Thus said the Bible. You don't care about the Bible if you get mad at what the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K are teaching. You don't care about it. You don't care about God. You can't say you love God, but yet you're hating on the priests and prophets that are bringing out the hard truth. And you want to know what? We okay with it because we know if you hate us, we know that you hated Christ before you hated us. And with that, I'm going to say Imajum, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajum Shabbat, Imajum, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Brakatah, Yah Yamatah, Sar, which means face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajum Shabbat, Imajum, Barak,
Yahweh Shamar Thah by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yak Yamata, dismiss.